If you have to bring a gun into a fight, you better not put it away until the fight's completely over. Hi everyone, this is John with today's active self-protection lesson. I'm not 100% sure where this one comes from, so if you have more information, please put it in a comment and I will add it to the description. We're going to learn some important lessons here though about fighting multiple attackers, about when the presence of a firearm doesn't scare the bad guys, and about what the right time to put a defensive firearm away is. So these guys are walking up on the right near the top, and the guy comes over and just absolutely drills that first guy. And now the fight's on. I don't know why he drilled him at all, but those four guys that are there, they're not having it. And so they're going to just start kicking the tar out of this guy, picking a 4-on-1 fight. Not sure that was so wise. Now pay attention to the guy at the bottom with the bag on his shoulder. He's going to come up and see these guys having this fight, and he's going to try to break it up. But there's some other guys here, and the guy in the white shirt's going to get him to go away. It's now 5-on-1, and the guy with the bag gets a gun out of the bag, and now he's going to reapproach this problem and start pointing a gun at people, and it's going to break them up a little bit. But notice guy in the white shirt's not real intimidated by him. So when bad guy decides to go back and put his gun away, what we're going to see is that the guy in the white shirt's like, oh, you put your gun away. Oh, okay. Well, why don't you and I have a talk about that? So he's going to grab a hold of him, and his other buddy is going to grab the guy's bag and take his bag with the gun in it away from him, while the guy in the white shirt's going to go out and have a little grappling match and just kind of have it out with this kid a little bit. And now they've got his bag and his gun, and that's where this one ends as they all go off camera. Now let's go back and learn some lessons on this one. I think there are some very significant lessons here. First one is, notice who the instigator is here. I don't think that the guy on our right, the guy that was facing away from us, was the bad guy here. I think that the guy that was facing towards us is the initial aggressor in this instance, though I don't know why he did. Didn't look like the other guy was doing anything bad to him or anything, so he just reached out and punched that guy. Well, that was stupid because now he's going to have to fight 3, 4, 5 guys in return. Wasn't exactly the smartest thing he ever did. Now, I don't know if there was some beef between them or whatever. Now, let's think about this from the perspective of the guy who's walking up. He's maybe a CCW holder or whatever. He's got a gun in his bag. And now you got to think about getting into third-party encounters. I think this one is really important to think about these third-party encounters. Because in most places, you can act on a reasonable belief that this person could use deadly force to protect themselves, and you could protect them. Though in some jurisdictions, I'm thinking Ohio is a particular one, they use an alter ego approach, that if this guy that you try to protect was the instigator and was actually the bad guy, you could be charged for assisting him. And of course, we wouldn't want that, which is why we say be real cautious getting involved in third-party encounters. Now, he steps in there to that, and I want to notice that this guy backs him out of there, and it's a 5-on-1 fight. In a lot of senses, man, you've got to decide when you're going to be willing to step in and when you wouldn't, and that's an individual decision. But each person has to make that here, and I think that he decided he wanted to get involved, and he said, okay, this is a deadly force encounter. Don't know that that was the wisest decision, and it's one that we always have to think about. Now, he decides to go ahead and get his gun out here, and I want to notice an interesting thing. As he does, a couple of these guys are going to pay attention, but the guy in the white shirt is not intimidated in the slightest by the sight of this gun. He's not running away. He's not worried about this gun. Never expect the presence of a firearm to scare someone off. The other thing I noticed is the original instigator, he's just going to walk right off. He's not going to stay here and try to help this good Samaritan. He's out of here. So recognize that you may not get any help in that instance. Finally, he puts the gun away way too early. If there was a deadly threat here, you got to make sure that you end that threat and you protect yourself from it. He didn't here. That threat still existed, and he put his gun away, and so he gets it taken away from him. This is the reason that I don't like off-body carry. If somebody knows that you have a gun in there, they can very easily take it away from you if they know what they're doing, and these guys did just by their sheer numbers. So this is why I like to carry the firearm on body, even if you're carrying other stuff off body in a bag or a purse or whatever. Keep it on your person. And have some good ground skills here, because this guy's got to get away, and even when he does get away, now they've got his bag and his gun. What a terrible thing. So let's learn some lessons here about getting involved in third-party encounters because of the potential for helping the aggressor when we don't know who the aggressor is. So if we don't know, make sure that we know that we are going to only do the right thing in the right moment. Make sure that we use our firearm responsibly and only draw it in the moment of dire need, and don't put it away before you need to so that you can cover your asp.